Okay, so this is going to be going a little fast here because of the issue we had with the initial game 1. But Capoch called a restart, and you get 1 per best of 5 in this very important set. But it's the same civilizations, and Capoch called a re, I assume, because of his map, or maybe due to the poor Dark Age. His main goal is pretty far forward here, so you got to deal with what you're given by the map script, and the players are very close together. If Capoch was unhappy with his map and called his restart because of that, it is Arabia at the end of the day, and the maps are going to end up being open. But since we're catching up to live time, this will be a bit speedy. Jordan is Franks, Capoch Malians. I was touching on it earlier, and just like this, Jordan's going to steal 3 pigs. So, this is a pretty big deal. If there's 1 restart per best of 5, and Capoch is going to use his restart because of, well, whatever reason he ended up using his restart, Jordan realizes now that if he's able to get lucky, and he's able to steal resources, and laming is allowed, that Capoch can't do a damn thing about it. And so, 300 food being stolen, Jordan with some good fortune, heading over towards Capoch's base, and he's going to take all that food to the bank, to the piggy bank, I guess, and bring that on home. You can boar steal in Hidden Cup. Boars tend to be at the back of your base. That's also an option. We have not seen much of that be successful in this tournament. In fact, it's been more often than not just like a pig or 2. That's one of the biggest lames I've seen so far in the qualifiers, and Capoch at home is going to have less food to work with. Viper was notorious when restarts were common, and they've always been common, to lame someone hard or try to lame after they call a restart. Whereas otherwise, Viper wouldn't lame much. But when the second he realizes that the enemy does not have a restart available, he's going to go forward and try and take advantage of that fact. And Viper has done that for years and years. And Jordan, on the way up to the next age, same with Capoch. It's just that at Jordan's base, I mean, he's got tons of food he hasn't even used yet. And then you have Capoch's base, and Capoch doesn't have much food underneath the TC. Eric's for Capoch, and Walls expect to see this a lot from the Argentinian. He walls a lot. And especially, I think he's going to need the walls if he's not going to have the food to really take a lot of map control. It almost feels like a spot where Capoch is going to have to just wall and defend with more walls. He doesn't... Like, look at his food eco. Doesn't look like he has a lot of food, and Jordan is going to be going for a scout rush. Again, sorry it's going fast, guys. After the restart, they started things quite quickly, and we're just catching up to live time. So I don't expect Capoch to really be competitive when it comes to taking map control, because he cannot afford to create villagers to create scouts, and we're caught up to live time. I'm excited to see what Jordan can accomplish. Excited to see what Capoch can accomplish. Certainly in game number 1, it's looked better for Jordan. Capoch will be aware that he doesn't have... What the... Oh, he's like, that's my pig! Oh my god, Capoch went underneath Jordan's TC and said, if I can't have it, you can't have it. And he just doinked that pig to death. What a crazy moment that was. I mean, Jordan's still got plenty of food, but the confidence there from Capoch to do that. And now Capoch sees this villager, and Jordan does have the spearman there, thankfully. What a funny moment. I know pig for both players, I guess. Oh, man, but Franks are so good at what Jordan's trying to accomplish here. They get horse collar for free, and plus he still has all this food. So he's got scouts out in the field. He's got the farms down. Bit of moonwalking for Jordan, but Capoch, he hasn't even created an extra scout. This is just his starting scout. This is not a great position for Capoch to be in, but it's a result of the lame early. And it's just... He's done the best with what he could with this position. And here he'll want to keep the scout alive. I think he's going to head back to his barracks. Yeah, there's a spearman there. He's just adding farms for now. So I wonder if this is one of the rare situations where Jordan could switch into archers. Because normally with Franks, you're just going to stay on Cav. But when the enemy's walled like this, and the enemy's probably not going to switch into archers themselves... Adding an archer range, and there's the archer range now. Yeah, there's an archer range. I feel like archer range is just a good move here, regardless of your civ. Especially because of Capoch's gold. Jordan will be loving this position right now. His economies should be stronger. Capoch has been greedy by not making military, trying to maybe get to Castle Age faster than Jordan. Let's see if Capoch can scout or even sense that Jordan might go for archers, because a tower on that gold could be needed. Gray Barba's asking, is the Viper going to be playing in this tournament? Well, not in the qualifier, no, because Viper's one of the main players. So, the top 8 from Hidden Cup 3 will be participating already in Hidden Cup 4. That is the Viper, Hera, Dogao, Tato, Doubt, Leary, Yo, and missing one name. Who am I missing? I always miss one. I always forget what I say. MBL, yes. So those players are already in. We're determining the 8 that would join them to make 16. All right, so there's the first archer. Now, Jordan might not go crazy with production here. He might just make 1, but that's already threatening the gold, and Capoch might need to make a tower here. It's really awkward, isn't it? I also have to question the mining camp. I feel like if you place the mining camp here, at least you can mine gold without getting hit by the archers. But you place the mining camp here, and then you're going to get hit. Capoch, though, making some scouts, though it is a bit later than the order he would have liked. Might try and pounce on any archers here. And here he comes. There's also spearmen there for Capoch. There's a lot of spearmen in there. Jordan's archer goes down. And suddenly, Jordan's scout's not looking too hot either because of the amount of spearmen. Great play from Capoch. But also, I don't think this is a big deal for Jordan because it was just 1 archer, and the archer forced 3 new scouts from Capoch. He's walled at home now, and he should be able to just go up to Castle Age with a faster time. Maybe a bit sloppy there from Jordan as he lets these units in. I mean, this is unnecessary, I'd say, to allow these units in. I'm not sure he needed to send his spearmen out. Sloppy move from Jordan, but he's going to get the gate and a house down and at least block the spearmen off. And he'll chase down these scouts with his own and click up to Castle Age here shortly. Capoch will do as well, but I think Capoch might be 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds behind. All right, so you look at the town centers. Capoch had 5 seconds vital TC time in this entire game, 21 seconds for Jordan. Jordan walled up a lot, which led to some idle time. Jordan looking good, just 1 archer range, making archers. Is that what you want to be making as Franks, though? Like, there was reward to the first archer, but now, do you want to go crossbowman? I suppose there's a reward for it here, too, because the gold, but I feel like this has just been great play overall from both players so far, right? Jordan getting the lame in, but Capoch surviving. And Capoch also recognizing he doesn't need to make skirms right now. He made the range, thought about it, and thought better of it now to continue with that. I'm a little concerned for Jordan's food count right now. He ran out of berries. He's got only 11 on food. Normally, you'd want more than that. Jordan did research fletching for the archers and going to add a second range. Maybe crossbowman and knight would be a wiser move for Jordan. It's really hard to say right now. This is largely going to depend on what he's able to do with the archer numbers initially. It is possible that Capoch will have to make a tower. Jordan is going to be in Castle Age in 30 seconds, and crossbow bodkin is a very fast upgrade. And if Capoch has to build a tower, he can't boom, which Capoch loves to do. He won't be able to afford a TC then. I mean, the archers are here right now. Capoch needs to leave the gold. Capoch mining this side of the gold for now. Jordan knocking on the palisade. Crossbowman on the way. What do you do here, Capoch? Do you just leave the gold until you have enough knights to deal with the crossbows? This is a really high-pressure moment for both of them. Because Jordan's going to boom. Jordan at home, he's adding a second TC, so his economy should be greater, but there's a potential for Capoch to be able to pounce on this group with knights pretty soon. And if he's able to do that without having to build a tower, his eco could be just as strong, and then he could also have the map control. This is crazy patience from Capoch. But also great positioning for Jordan to take out the palisade and sit in that one little area. 1 villager down for Capoch. This is what I mean, though. Chain Barding's on the way. Capoch can make enough knights to deal with these crossbowmen, I think. And Jordan won't have military control after the fact. Although I will say the 2 spearmen and the fact that crossbowmen are wedged in there is going to make life really awkward for those knights. We have a TC here for Capoch. He's going out to this gold for now. Jordan will see the knights looping around. Does Jordan know about that gold? He's trying to scout right now. That's Capoch's point of view. This is Jordan's point of view. Yeah, he might see the vills going out that way. Capoch sending his knights this way, though. That's weird. Because what's to stop Jordan from just hitting this exposed gold? I think he needs to pounce on this. I mean, what reward there would be, though, if Jordan doesn't react to this fast enough? Capoch going for the counter and attacking the palisade. That should be an easy house for Jordan. Yep. Good reaction from Jordan. And now that's all Jordan needs is to go over to the gold. The knights had to come back. Jordan house walling all of this. Here comes Jordan with crossbowmen, with spearmen, with a monk, with 2 knights. This is such a stronger force than it would have been had Capoch pounced there. And he was not comfortable enough to do so. Jordan did scout that with that lead scout. He pulled his scout over to see. Knows there's a mining camp there. There's only 4 knights here for Capoch. This could be disastrous for him. But the other knights are coming over, making it 8. Jordan. What? How's that not a conversion? That should be a conversion game. The RNG god's not with Jordan. Capoch needs to take this fight here. And he might end up clearing it up too. Oh my word. And now Jordan goes for the conversion. The crossbows are around the monk. That conversion's quick. We've got camels. We've got knights. We've got so much military in the mix here. Jordan does have bodkin. He does have spearmen. Many of the crossbowmen still firing. I think Capoch could have microed this one better. He didn't take out the crossbowmen. I think he needed to focus fire down those crossbowmen. Use the camels against the knights. Excellent micro from Jordan. Maybe awful micro from Capoch. I'm not sure. But all I know is Jordan's position is significantly stronger now, as these gold villagers with gold in their hands are probably going to die. I feel like that was missed micro, though. Capoch spent so much time attacking units other than the crossbowmen. And you take out the crossbowmen, Jordan's knights don't have any upgrades. The knights shouldn't be a big deal. So I think Capoch probably... Maybe he thought with those numbers that he would win that fight, and he just didn't pay attention to it. And then he looked back, and he was just like, what? How did I not win that? Yeah, that was a weird one. And then, like, clearly he thought he was going to win that, because he could have left the gold. So if he thought he was going to lose that fight, he probably would have saved his vills earlier. Well, that hurts. Jordan with the lead now. Jordan with 3 TCs behind this. And I think Jordan's just got to be mindful of the fact that at some point he's got to switch out of going for crossbowmen with Franks. He is still making them. But is that the unit you really want to make long-term here? Capoch with insane eco, though. 32 villagers. And it's 32 villagers on food, excuse me. Jordan with 1 relic already. I see him bringing in the 2nd relic, so he's thinking of late game. I could definitely see Jordan considering going knights and pikemen as a switch. Especially if the enemy's going to switch in some camels. Pikemen could be strong. Jordan's sitting on this gold right now, but Capoch is back on his main gold. Jordan... Perhaps some passive play to not have the follow-up. But in the end, he's going to have the military here. Capoch thinks better of running in. Capoch runs away. Jordan house-walling. I'm rather surprised that Jordan has 64 villagers and Capoch has 63. The macroing for Capoch has been really impressive. And the fact that he has more on food, and the fact that he's basically kept this game close after those losses is something I don't truly understand right now. I mean, the TCs were up a little faster, I suppose. And Capoch, if he can get maybe a workshop up here, could take out the crossbowmen. But that is enough crossbowmen where it's dangerous to move forward. Plus, Jordan's got 3 monks. And Capoch definitely does not have enough to engage. Jordan maybe benefited from being on 2 TCs as well, right? Because he could put more resources into the attack and not into the economy. So it's not as if being 3 TCs late was necessarily a mistake. And Jordan, we've been here before. Jordan going forward to the gold. Capoch can't defend this. Capoch will need to leave his main gold. And Capoch trying to get a counter in. But Jordan's playing perfect defense. Now these villagers have to leave the gold. That villager goes down. Capoch, I would maybe farm somewhere else. Capoch now heading over to the stone and back over to this gold. So same old story. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Jordan now getting chain barding and mixing in the knights. Good move from Capoch to pick off reinforcements here. There should be some easy kills for him. But he did not commit to that. And Jordan having the hill there, having the monks, it's just perfectly calculated from the German. How many knights is enough knights for Capoch to win this? I think he'd need 25. He's going to go in soon. Let's see. I mean, Frank crossbowmen don't scale too well long term. Jordan will need to get conversions, and Jordan left the hill. Jordan left the hill during that fight. The crossbowmen are bunched up, which is great, but this is close to the reinforcements for Capoch. Jordan does have chain barding armor on his knights. He just got it before that fight. He's still got 10 of them. Capoch with only 8. Huge clear up for Jordan yet again. And it was the conversions. It's the massive crossbows with the switch to knights. Full control over the golds. And Capoch taps out. Great play from Jordan. Great play from Jordan. But also, I love the recognition at the start. To lame. Like, enemy doesn't have a restart because they call a re for whatever reason happened in game 1. And Jordan found some reward there. Capoch honestly played this really well. I just think that first fight hurt Capoch. That first fight needed to be a clear up. If Capoch cleared in that first fight, then these villagers would have never died. Capoch would have a villager lead, and then probably have more at this stage. So that's what Capoch will look back on, and Capoch will be frustrated with himself, I'm sure. But man, the level of play we're going to see in these games is very, very high. And I'll look now just to see what the statistics look like before we talk about the home maps. On Arabia, I think Jordan is the better player. On maps like Cross, I think Capoch is probably the better player. So this could lead up to Capoch tying it up. There's the KD. Economically, Capoch had more food. He, of course, was struggling for gold all game. So Jordan making the monks, making the knights, making the crossbows. It was just gold, gold, gold that entire time. And a lot of it. All right. Lots of hype. Capoch will probably pick Cross for the next map. On Cross, I'm expecting something like Japanese or Byzantines. The Japanese is incredible on Cross, but Japanese is also incredible on Bay. So it's hard to know which one you pick where. I have seen Capoch pick Byzantines on this map before. For Jordan, if it's Cross, I think he'll probably go Huns. And honestly, Huns can struggle against both Japanese and Byzantines. So it's the way home map should really work. You should have a good strategy prepared for your home map. The enemy is going to have an idea of what you'll do, but might be at a disadvantage there. 15,000 people for the qualifiers is just insane, man. We had 17,000 people as the viewer peak during Hidden Cup 2, which was already insane. If we were to cross that today, I'd lose my mind. Thank you, everyone. Friendly reminder that $1 for every sub this channel has when the main event rolls around, which is in 3 weeks, goes into the prize pool for the players. So thank you, Froglet, and others for the new subs. And I can't even get to your names. I can just see your names and think thank you. That's pretty much it. Whew. I'm rather exhausted right now. But these games are they're gonna up my energy levels. And we have another best of 5 after this. And then 4 more best of 5s tomorrow. I said before the series that Capoch, I think he outperforms on hybrid maps. Jordan may be looking to prove me wrong here. Game 2 coming up soon. And yes, I said that I would shave my head if we hit 100,000 viewers during the main event. It's not going to happen. And if it happens, my girlfriend might break up with me. She said she would rather I shave my eyebrows off than shave my head. And I think, not that I want to shave my head, but I think shaving off the eyebrows is 100% worse. 300% worse. Have you ever seen someone with no eyebrows but having hair? Ugh. Her theory was that eyebrows grow back faster. So anyways, we'd need a lot more viewers. I'm not worried about that. But for a qualifier, this is a good sign that maybe that main event will go off. Okay. It will be Bay, actually. It will not be Cross. It will be Bay next, and it will be Japanese versus Lithuanians. I assumed it would be Cross, Capoch had other plans and will be in 50 seconds. Lithuanians have been showing their strength in this tournament with their special build orders. It's not pants. The new people are actually going to think the map is called pants, people. Hey, bro, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Lithuanians, since they start with so much food, they can just go to wood at the start, get the wood out a bit earlier, and then dock and add fishing ships. Japanese, they have cheaper lumber camps, and that can lead to earlier docks and fishing ships too. So lots of aggression on water incoming. I want to say that I prefer Lithuanians on this map just because I think the start is really strong. But if this goes to mid-Castle Age, I think Lithuanians can struggle against Japanese when Japanese get the pikemen out. What you want to make long-term with Lithuanians is normally cav. And what you make with Japanese long-term counters that. It's a really fascinating Civ matchup. Oh, chat. The hype is real. Thank you. Also, I'd like to take a small moment to appreciate the lurkers out there. I know the people who are saying pants in the chat is the small minority right now when we have this many people watching. The people who maybe are staying up way too late or got up way too early for this, thank you to you as well. The people who normally don't make it to the Twitch stream, thank you for being a part of all this. Anyways, people call this pants. It's supposed to be bay. This is apparently the belt. This is apparently like the legs. All right. People are very creative and sometimes too creative on the internet. But Jordan's doing exactly what I just mentioned. Since Lithuanians start with 150 food, send extra villagers to gold. Not gold, excuse me. They send the early villagers to wood. And this is the only civ that can really do this. Instead of having 6 on food at the start, which is required for most other civs, you just send 4 villagers to wood. I like this approach versus the chop straggler tree and dock right away approach that we saw from other players. I think that this is just better economically. Jordan already coming out to the shoreline to get a dock up. Compared to Capoch, and Capoch is going to have to make a lumber camp, chop wood, and then dock. Meaning that Jordan should have a lead of about, I'd say about 2 fishing ships, maybe even 3. You are allowed to lame in this tournament. You can steal boars and you can steal sheep, and boars should always be on the back side. This is not really not necessarily the back side, is it? Where's the other boar? Oh, this is also not really the back side. I mean, it's further away, and if Jordan wants to steal that, I mean, why not? He could go for the steal. Now, does Capoch have that scouted? Capoch has that scouted. If he's paying attention, he could contest that. You can always see the boar. We have not seen many successful boar lames in this tournament. Did Capoch notice that? He's plenty of food for now. If he can block this, this could hurt Jordan so much. All right, Capoch is here. He's going to attack the scout or try and block the scout. Let's see. Okay, he's getting some hits. You could block the boar. Jordan's got to stay close enough to the boar. This is all the while they have to use their economy as well. So far, so good for Jordan. And what a block from Capoch. That's huge. And now Jordan's scout is weak. So Jordan's scout is weak. Capoch gets all of his food. Beautiful defense from Capoch. Dock Villager will be going out for Capoch in a second. Jordan will have his second fishing ship out in a second. Still could lead to a very fast feudal age for Jordan. This is interesting, though, because Jordan doesn't know about his sheep because he didn't scout his own resources. So if Capoch comes this way, he could actually take these sheep. But he doesn't know they're there, of course. Does Jordan? Oh, Jordan knows they're there. Oh, you lucky dog. Wait, Capoch saw them? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Capoch is here for revenge. And Capoch is going to take one and just be happy with that, I guess. All right. So you have an idea of where the TCs are on this, and it does make it a bit easier to lame, which is why we have the boars on the backside, typically. Like, we're never going to see a boar be around here, because that's easy to lame and hard to stop. But when Hidden Cup main event rolls around, there's going to be some lamers, man. Tens of thousands of dollars on the line. And then you got MBL in the tournament. I mean, expect some type of a lame. First fishing ship for Capoch is out. Capoch behind just because of this excellent build order. And look at Capoch over here. Capoch is being really annoying. And there's not much Jordan can do about that because Jordan's scout is so weak. Look at Capoch. He's trying to block the boar. He's just being a pest right now. He's like, I'm not going to take your boar. I'm going to delay your boar. Now, Capoch, don't get too greedy because you'll loot. That was unnecessary. If that was unnecessary, you're going to lose HP on your scout. Jordan's always going to bring that in, but I still like the aggression there. Jordan's scout over here is on 4 HP. Busty Warlock. Nice name, by the way. But a majority of the maps in this tournament are all custom. Half the maps in the Hidden Cup are going to be maps that do not feature in other tournaments. The main event, and we'll announce the main event maps shortly, will include at least 3 additional maps, one of which you've seen before in Cup, but some other ones, some other tweaks. That's going to be announced, I think, midweek, giving the players about a week of preparation before they have to play their games, and even then they have a full week to schedule, so that way people know ahead of time. Capoch, scouting the deer, that's an important element of this map, and look at the uptimes, man. The level's so high. The level is so high. They're both on the way up. Jordan went 5 fishing ships. Fascinating. You look at Jordan's build, he's transferring everything over to Golden Wood, so he definitely wants to go for a second dock. And then the only thing he'll have for food would be his fishing ships. Capoch is doing the same. Capoch on 3 fishing ships. But yeah, there's deer to expand to if you need extra sources of food income. And it can be really nice with Japanese with the cheap mills to be able to go out here for that. 8 players will qualify for the main event. This is only round 2. Winner of this faces TheMax in a best of 7 next weekend to see who qualifies. And look at Capoch being annoying with the scout. Can't really kill that villager. But what you could do is sit here and you could attack the fishing ships if you wanted to. But yeah, 8 players will qualify. The top 8 from Hidden Cup 3 are already in Hidden Cup 4. Man, the level is just insane here. Every advantage they could get, they're going for. And I think this is a massive mistake. What are you doing, Capoch? Why would you... I think that was probably just a mistake because he was doing something else. But now there's a 4 HP scout out there and a 6 HP scout. I don't think Capoch should have tossed HP away. That villager would have never gone down. Interesting plan from Jordan. He's adding a barracks already. That's a lot of wood. Capoch not doing that. Oh, Capoch doing the same. I thought it was a mill, like a really big mill, because he's building it on the berries. But turns out it's actually a barracks. I kind of disagree with the placement there. I think you could place it a bit further forward. But anyways, scouts will be important to see what's going on. And here comes the action on water. Now, you need a villager to be around here to repair your weak ones, as you can see Jordan doing right now. Now, I've seen quite a few players, as Capoch is using his fishing ships. He's letting the Japanese fishing ships tank the damage. These things are tanks. They might not look like it, but they're beefy. They're made of steel, man. But yeah, a lot of players forget to send the repair build. I think Capoch should have this here already, right? Jordan's already repairing these ships. Not sure why that was forgotten, but Capoch now has 4. Jordan, with his scouting, he's looking all over. I love to see players active with their scouts. He will see that there's an archery range going up for Capoch as well. There's Jordan's archery range, not a part of its walls, which is a little weird. But back to water we go. The only lead Jordan has is because of the fishing ships, and Capoch forgot to patrol, immediately putting him behind in these fights. These repair villagers are going to need to start swinging their mallets pretty soon, and Jordan in a better position at least until the demo comes in. And Jordan notices it, and he backs away, and that demo was not awful for Capoch, but it also wasn't as good as it could have been. Well played, Jordan. We'll see archers, we'll see fires. I mentioned earlier how sometimes on this map, the game just ends right away because someone can win water and no one pre-plans, but here both players are pre-planning. They're thinking about taking land, and they're competing for water. When the level is close, this map is just amazing. But Capoch, do not stack your ships. There's 5 ships there and a villager. If that demo lands, I'm going to scream. Oh my god, no. No way! That was so bad for Capoch. I'm actually surprised it wasn't worse. And here comes Jordan. He's got all these full HP ships. He still needs to be careful because he's outnumbered. And now a demo from Capoch, and Jordan does end up needing to sail away here. Demo could be used on the fishing ships, but it's better to win water control by taking out the Navy. Capoch. Oh! That was a funny moment. They couldn't decide on what they wanted to attack. And now Jordan has a demo, and boom. Get him. Got him. Jordan takes the lead with these demos and the defense. Another demo from Capoch. All right. There's action here, but nothing too crazy. I'll keep you updated. 2 fishing ships remaining for Jordan. The fish is running out here. There's 200 food here. 100 food here. That's pretty much it. So how much you want to invest into the water here is always a topic of conversation. I think players might, all in all, just start giving up on that, and Capoch is going to move out with his archers. Jordan's probably placed his spearmen there intentionally so he can know when Capoch moves out. It would be a next lever play from Capoch to actually not attack that spearman. I mean, he should, but what if he just, like, ejected and Jordan never noticed? Okay, another demo. All right, good micro from both. Very even. They're just going to share what's left of this food. That's nice of them. And here come the archers from Capoch. He took out the spearmen. Jordan had a heads up, but he was late to react, and he lost these 2 archers. Jordan's also not walled. You can't wall to the water comfortably because units can still run around. And there's not much left on water. What is left, it looks like Capoch is going to get the better of. And you have to remember that the water control can help you in these areas too. So it is pretty important. And also you could maybe add fish traps later on. A good micro from Jordan. Lithuanians have very fast skirmishers, so it always feels very comfortable to have them here now. Capoch still investing a little bit in water. Same with Jordan. Capoch adding a second archer range and backing away right now. Neither player looking really close to clicking up. Looking at the farms and whatnot, it's such an even game. So I think Jordan's overextending again. I don't think he has the numbers he needs to be taking this fight. On water, there's just one fire galley being chased down. It goes down, and there's what? 42 food left. 42 food, that's it. And here goes Capoch. Now, maybe Capoch should be taking this fight. He turns around to do so, takes 1 archer. And should take the next archer as well. Ooh, nifty micro, Jordan. All right, Jordan. Got the moves. Some of those archers are weak, too. And over here, archer for Jordan, but I think that was just a missed gather point. He's probably trying to group up his archers at home, and this will be about the macro. We could see a market soon from a player if they feel the need to do that. In an ideal world, you don't need the market, though, and you can just go up with a healthy economy. I expect it to be close. Did Jordan just market? No, I don't see a market for Jordan. His food count just shot up, and he's on his way to the next stage. And these archers are being chased down by 2 skirms. So I think Capoch maybe was trying to be sneaky, and Jordan just tracking him. Look at how he's positioning units in front of the ranges. 14 minutes of idle time for Jordan. But because he took all of his berries, and that's really the difference. Look, 18 on wood for Capoch. And there's still a couple hundred food left here. So because Capoch didn't take all of his berries, Jordan is going to be in Castle Age much faster. And, I mean, there's potential in this map for that to win you the game. Big, big difference there. Jordan also adding a stable with Lithuanians. If you can get control of relics and add knights, it can be strong. Capoch just now clicks up. I will say he has the higher military count. And this is a mistake from Jordan if he thinks that this is going to contribute much. I think Capoch can micro these archers down. Okay, Jordan gets 1. Jordan moving this way. Skirm's coming in. And Jordan's going to lose the other 2. So with a quick math here, a little over a minute, Jordan could gain some type of advantage, but it doesn't feel like he has a lot of ranged units. Heard a horse die somewhere. Did you guys see it? Must have been someone's scout. Ah, there you go. Capoch lost his scout. So you have to look to the mini-map to see where the relics are, but there's one close-ish to each player's base, and then the others are on the belt region, if you do in fact think this is pants. And Jordan arrives in Castle Age with 4 skirmishers. They do have feudal age armor, and they're up against feudal age units, but it doesn't feel like the strongest force. Then again, every pickoff will be useful here, and Capoch turns around with confidence. Jordan now getting Bodcanero, and we'll probably see Elite Skirm, and here are the other Skirms, and Capoch may be running forward too early, but then again, Jordan's done a great job tracking him, so I can't really knock the movement from Capoch. It's just great defense from Jordan. 20 seconds till Capoch gets his upgrades. What I can say is that Capoch should have macroed better to be faster to Castle Age. There's a stable for him, though. He will mix in a few knights to take care of any skirms. Jordan already booming. Second TC on the way. Monastery going up. He'll want to get those relics now, because he'll eventually switch into knights. Now, I had brought this up when we saw it before, and look how fast these skirmishers are. This is crazy. I had brought this up when we saw Lithuanians in the past. The fact that Lithuanians have good skirms means that Japanese pikemen isn't that terrifying against their knights. And Bodcanero now on the way for Capoch and a knight. So now Jordan needs to run back home with these skirms. Getting quite a few kills, though. And then paying attention, I hope. Well, not really. One skirm down. Another one will go down. And now Capoch is running forward. On water. All the salmon's gone. Sad times. But no player really has control. I don't even think it's worth investing into that to get control. No elite skirm for Jordan. I mean, he's shifting into a boom, but I feel like he's going to need siege pretty soon. Because he doesn't have enough knights to deal with this amount of archers. Oh, Jordan, make a demo here. How sick would that be? Capoch could run around. It's just risky. Right, there's the monk from Jordan. He waited till the knight was really close to go for the conversion. Doesn't get it. Capoch just now gets crossbow. But I prefer Capoch's current position as he snipes that monk. And this is a very risky TC for Jordan, but he's going for it. But what are the skirms accomplishing now? The skirms at this point are just going to employ the people who bury the dead. Those people will have more jobs. I don't think the skirms will contribute much. Unless they stay underneath the TC and never move out. Because the knights are out there. Also, Jordan doesn't have that many upgrades. Creating jobs. What a guy. I knew Jordan was nice, but I didn't know he was that nice. I mean, they're Lithuanian skirms. I might be underestimating them because of the speed. It really just depends on how they're utilized. But yeah, 3 TCs for Capoch, 3 TCs for Jordan, and what a series we have here. And a demo here could be good. Jordan at least realizing how important it is not to lose this area, because then all of this eco could be hit. And for Capoch, he is probably spending a lot of his time right now worrying about his economy. Is a little bit behind in terms of food count, but also not creating units that cost food. Except for a few knights here or there. Jordan does have 1 relic, but I don't think it'll be too realistic for him to get more than that, as we see Capoch coming forward with the siege workshop. Delete it. Delete it. Good move. Yeah, that was going to be converted. Yeah, that one was pretty bad. And now this one should be a kill, but I have a feeling that the RNG gods... I knew it! How is that a conversion? I'm going to complain about monks until they're changed. The fact that the first one wasn't converted in that time and the second one was converted that quickly, that's just RNG right there, friends. Second monk was back there. That's a good point. I wonder which monk it was. It had to have been the first one. Guys, unless something changed, you can't have like 5 monks converting the same thing and have the conversion be faster. You can't like put your heads together and somehow convert faster, right? But maybe it was the second one. Can't check the faith with Capture Age, unfortunately, to see which one is converted. Okay. Siege Workshop Maganel. Big shot coming in. Jordan micro. Oh my god, but he's getting in a dangerous position. Jordan, no! The monks can't save you now. And the Siege Workshop's denied. And now he has to make one over here. Oh god, like, you could tell what he was trying to do there. I just don't think he was expecting the siege to be there, Jordan. Like I said about the skirms, man, like, it's a defensive move. You've got to take map control in this map. Capoch with 30 military against 12 right now. And what do knights accomplish when there's this many crossbowmen? What do skirmishers accomplish when the siege is here? This is exactly what we wanted to see from this series. Look at Capoch patrolling on that relic just in case Jordan gets free. And I've noticed that both players are on stone currently. Now, Jordan's stone is right here. That could easily be denied. Jordan, with excellent Mangonel defense, gets 1 kill. So I don't think Capoch was aware the Mangonel was even there, so now he's aware that that's a threat. But, you know, as some of these villagers go down for Capoch, Jordan has to leave his stone, and he has to leave some of his gold and his woodline. Capoch at home is mining stone freely, and I think he's going to come for a forward castle drop, assuming he still has the control here. There's a potential for a trap for Jordan, because he has skirms on the right side, he has skirms in this range, and if he gets 1 or 2 good Mangonel shots, as long as the Mangonels aren't in the picture for Capoch, I could see it being possible for Jordan to somehow hold on. As he seems panicked right now. He's adding a university. He was going to finish the siege workshop and thought better of it. Capoch with a huge hit. Both of those direct shots. Still making the skirms, but I almost feel like Capoch should be taking out that range just to get rid of that possibility. Nice work from Jordan to use the skirm to take out a weak Mangonel there. What a game. What a series. A big mistake from Jordan. Oh, he got lucky. He'll say it wasn't luck. It really looked like he was going to make a big mistake there. And now this might be the moment for Jordan. Hop out with the skirms. Surprise. It's not your birthday, but it's come early this year. Oh, man. Capoch had 3 Mangonels to 0 a second ago. Now it's 2 Mangonels for Jordan. He just has crossbowman against the lead skirm. 2 Mangonels, and Jordan's also coming out with knights, and he can take out that mango. What a change. What a shot from Jordan. That castle that Capoch was going to build forward needs to be defensive now. Wow, what defense, man. And the skirms are so fast that Capoch, he's going to lose crossbowman as he runs away here. Knight on the way, though. And Knight will take care of some of those skirms. Jordan happy to take crossbowman, though, with him. And I think that Jordan still in a position where he will be a little worried about the future. But he'll be very happy that he's not going to get castle drop now. Here we'll see Capoch go for a 1-for-1 and delete. Or just get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, Jordan got rid of it. Okay, so Jordan gets to breathe. Capoch will make a defensive castle. Capoch is very close to clicking up to Imp. And if he goes for Arbalest and Halberdier, I do see skirms being an option, but the fact is that skirms and knights all cost a lot of food. So I could see the Imperial Age time being much later for Jordan. Wise move from Capoch there to delete that. Might need a few more villagers building this, but I think he'll be okay. Capoch is seed 21 in the qualifier. I think Capoch could be better than seed 21, honestly. It's based on the highest rating you've ever achieved. Jordan was seed 12 with those same rules. And I even think Jordan could have been higher seed, but the reality is it's just where he was at. And so, seed 21 versus seed 12. Both players showing that they have the quality to maybe make it to the main event, honestly. And there's Imp for Capoch and Imp for Jordan. Woo! Oh, I see Pikeman for Capoch. What a game. Now, Jordan's instant reaction to getting the map control is to get those relics, which is so smart. And what? He got the conversion on the knight. Jordan loves his monks, man. I mean, how could you not love your monks? He's going to get this relic, even though Capoch was paying attention to it. He's checking the belt for the other relics. And his knights will just get stronger and stronger and stronger the more relics he collects with Lithuanians. Also, dropping a castle here to protect the front of his base and adding in archery ranges. Capoch will go into Halberdier, the fastest attacking Halberdiers in the game. You could argue they're the best Halberdiers in the game, though there are some other Halberdiers that come into the conversation. Japanese infantry attacks faster in each age, which is incredibly fast in Imp. Jordan looking to just threaten a little bit before any upgrades come in for Capoch, and it's a good moment for him. Because the skirms do fairly well against the pikemen and the crossbows. And he's got solid upgrades, too. So it's a good moment for him. I'd say the risk is that he might be outnumbered or he might be trapped. But these skirmishers... I was going to say they don't skip leg day. But leg day doesn't necessarily mean you're fast. So they don't skip sprint day. And they're just running away. Easy does it. Over here, it's just outposts and houses for Capoch. Funnily enough, if these houses get rammed down, he might actually get pop-capped in a second. Jordan taking out so many pikemen. He's got to be loving life now. 2 relics with Lithuanians and maybe more soon. Again, the skirms. Lithuanian skirms, so strong. Jordan will have so much time. And look at that KD now. 90 kills for Jordan. 60 for Capoch. It's insane. And the thing is, they're trash units, so you can toss them away. Who cares? They don't cost gold. Save your gold for a paladin switch later. But absolutely no worries for Jordan right now. He's got more skirmishers. And he's already making trebuchets to pressure this castle. So Capoch will have 20 crossbowmen that will be arbs. He does not have arb yet. He also doesn't have the halberdier upgrade yet. Jordan will need to get all the upgrades on the skirms. Trebuchets are just passing. I love how Jordan is also taking the space up here. He's even adding a TC on the extra resources in the north. Jordan with 2 relics. There's a TC here for Capoch too. I think Jordan just missed that relic up there. But 2 relics, it's still incredibly helpful. As we see Jordan now getting the unique tech, tower shields. All right, keep an eye on these skirmishers, guys. Keep an eye on their stats. It's getting more upgrades for the skirmishers. The skirmishers have made all the difference so far for him. Tower shields comes in, and then the final armor upgrade will come in. These skirms will have 10 pierce armor. Jordan, by the way, just got relic number 3. And so Jordan losing the treb can't push. But can he not control the game now? I mean, he's got mobility. What do you think about Onager in this position for Capoch? I don't think he can do anything against these skirmishers. I think he has to go Onager. Like, Arb and Halb is not going to cut it against these Lithuanian skirmishers. That unique tech is coming in clutch here for Jordan, and he will have the time to do anything he wants. Most important thing is expanding right now as he'll place a castle here. This is Jordan's point of view. And he's going to see that TC is there when he goes to get the relic. But he is patrolling this side. He'll be annoyed to see that Capoch was able to sneak over there. Alright, so Capoch sends his force this way because his outpost shows him that Jordan's building a castle. Jordan's castle's at 65%. That could be denied. But at the same time, Capoch needs to defend against Jordan. And a lot to look at right now. Jordan has to abandon the castle at 68.88%. What was that gate? Is that a that must have been a misclick. Jordan, pretty confident, I think, that he can finish this castle if he has the skirms here. But he's mistiming this and probably distracted because he's also worried about this right now. So, Jordan, your skirms are attacking an outpost. Jordan. Earth to Jordan. It's sloppy there. But again, castle should complete in the end. Still in a nice position to possibly push Capoch, who's switching into light cav, and that's probably your best play, actually. The problem is Japanese light cav are kind of bad. You know, they do get bloodlines, but they lack the final armor upgrade, which is so important. I think you need a lot of light cav to go into confident fights against these skirmishers. Jordan trying to make a tower here to deny this gold. Capoch will still have some gold access. Capoch, I mean, his arbs should be pounced on. But both players rather distracted at the moment as Jordan has come over here with his trebs and we'll see the stables. Jordan also getting Cavalier in with great upgrades. Light Cav will get wrecked by that. This will be all down to Jordan and if he can use his mobility, as Capoch is now going to take this opportunity to push Jordan's castle. The Light Cav going after the trebuchets. They're such a weak unit against, well, just in this spot. Being very useful in some raid positions. I remember when Japanese received bloodlines, and I recall some people were like, oh, they have good horses now, and it's better But if you don't get the final armor upgrade, it just feels so weak. Jordan just reacting to this, though, and it's a good move from Capoch not to trickle trap. He's showing up with 3 as opposed to just 1, giving Jordan less time to react. Jordan will not take out any of the trebs. Jordan also running low on stone right now, but those resources are looking insane. In terms of possible compositions, Paladin with Tower Shield Skirmishers is so much better than anything Japanese can make. I mean, maybe if Japanese had Samurai Halb, that would make me believe. Samurai's the one thing, but Paladin on the way. 4 relics for Jordan, so he will have 14 plus 8 attack on his Paladins. Yes, it's up against Japanese Halberdiers, but the Halberdiers might not last if the skirms are there. And also Jordan, even if he loses this castle, he's got great control over other areas of the map right now. I do see a little raid from Capoch, but no, that's not going to work out. This really feels like Capoch is going to have to get some control over this game again. This tower is completed, so he can't take gold. This is being patrolled on by Jordan. You look at the control of the game. Just zoom out. He sees everything. He's got TCs everywhere. He's got military everywhere. He does lose this castle. But in 30 seconds, we'll see the strongest paladins in the game in hand cannons. I think that must have been a misclick by Capoch. Hand cannons are 50 gold a pop. Very expensive. Also very weak against skirms. Capoch probably desperate now. He was so close, man. He had such a good position against Jordan. Jordan was able to hold on. And now Capoch probably realizing, okay, he'll clear this up. But he's realizing that this is getting increasingly worse for him. Or worse for him, not worst for him. Oh, also, the paladins could raid. So, here comes Jordan. He's actually attacking the dock. I don't think that was intentional. Yeah, look at the raid potential. And good luck getting your pointy boys back here. Jordan's just going to send paladins to every area of the map. Such good control for Jordan. Jordan looking so good. Like, when he returned to the game, there were some flaws to his play. We actually played 5 games. And I recall that he didn't really understand the new civs either. He actually thought Tatars were Lithuanians, which is funny because he's playing Lithuanians now. But we played our 1v1s. And so I was skeptical over the level that Jordan was going to be able to bring. But he's taken his approach seriously. And the fact that he was behind in this game and could turn it around bodes very well for him going forward. The game sense, the decision-making just seems so good. And that's just how punishing high-level age is. For Capoch, it was really one moment. He was winning, probably would have won the game if Jordan wasn't able to push him back in the mid to late Castle Age stage. At Jordan, he'll lose some of these paladins, but look at the damage he's doing here. So many idols for Capoch. Lost the TC already. The follow-up for Jordan's already on the way with Trebs. He's swooping in with paladins to take out these Trebs. Capoch should be very, very scared because the way this is looking, Jordan is the superior player of the two. Despite it being close, there's just not as many mistakes from Jordan's side, and the decision-making is next level. This castle as well. Look at this. He's even going to make castles elsewhere on this hill. Stone and gold everywhere for him. He can always make paladin. Yeah. It was the moment with the crossbowmen and the mangonels. Capoch had 25 crossbowmen, 3 mangonels. Jordan had skirms and 1 mangonel. And then all of a sudden, and the other thing about that moment was Jordan suddenly just showed up with knights when he needed it, which was so, so cool. If you didn't see that moment, rewatch late Castle Age and how Jordan was able to defend and push back, because that moment, not anything else, won him the game. The relics helped. Of course, there's a big job for him to do. But if Jordan wasn't able to defend here, Capoch would drop a forward castle. Capoch would imp. Capoch would treb down everything Jordan had, and Jordan would never be able to expand and play this out the way he did. Great game, Jordan. A heartbreaker for Capoch, because when players are so close, it's going to be very tough to reverse sweep. The level difference is going to have to be so high now for Capoch. He's going to really need to step it up to have a chance in a best of 5. I think it's possible for him to get wins, right? Like 1, maybe 2 wins seems realistic, but to get 3 now, when Jordan's playing this good, is going to be very, very difficult. And okay, I'm sure we'll have highlights of that moment later on. 370 units killed for Jordan. That KD, a lot of that came after that fight I mentioned. Capoch with the most food collected, but Jordan with more of every other resource. Again, this was the moment right here. Look at the control Capoch had. Amazing control. This was when the castles were going to start going up, and then Jordan just pounced with the Mangonel Skirm Micro. So clutch from him to keep that range producing. And GG. We are 17 subs from hitting 6K on the channel. That is unreal. Thank you, Drizzle, for the 15. Well, for Capoch fans, probably sad to see the scoreline. Jordan fans very excited right now. I'm just excited to see both players playing so well. The next and final home map for Capoch was the map that I thought he would play in Game 2. And that will be Cross. We speculated a bit. Since there's only 3 maps remaining, I think it will be Byzantines on Cross. Britons on Gold Rush. Or Britons or Mayans on Gold Rush for Capoch. And then Koreans on Islands if it gets there. So it's got to be Byzantines here, right? There was a player who went for Mayans on Cross. He ended up winning. That will be on YouTube. I don't want to spoil too much, but it was the most ridiculous game I've seen in the last week. I don't feel as though Mayans should be good for that map, but then again, Mayans are a strong civ. We'll find out soon. For Jordan, I think Huns is a pretty clear pick. Could also consider going for Berbers on Cross. I like both of those civilizations. Free Wendy and Combustible Villager and Crasher and Nicholas and Satan. That's right, the Satan. Thank you. The hype for Hidden Cup so far has been insane, chat. Thank you, Leebs22. For Capoch's sake, I hope he gets a response here. Jordan just responded to my earlier message. Whoops. And it looks like they have started, guys. By the way, salutes in chat for everyone who's already started doing some work behind the scenes to help me here. We have a team of editors, and we're working on main event videos already. Overlay guy's been helping me with things. Robo's been doing some crazy work behind the scenes. Thank you, guys. I will have a co-caster for the next set, Hart vs. Rubenstock. I really like the idea of going solo 4 days in a row and bringing in a co-caster here or there, but I think I'm going to need some tomorrow. And I really have to pace myself. I figured it's round 2, you know, forget about it. But yeah, I'm kind of losing my voice here. So I'm going to chill a little bit, and it is Huns versus Byzantines. Like, the main event will have a great casting lineup. Great things to come. And also, later tonight, I will be posting the poll for the next hero, but this is what the Hidden Cup 4 heroes look like right now. In the main event on March 18th through the 21st, not too far away now, players will be playing with hidden identities, and those are the heroes. The final one will be on a YouTube poll after this stream, and that will be live for 24 hours if you guys want to vote on the final hero. I'm going for Little John and Pope Leo, personally. Little John and Pope Leo. We all know Cobra Car is a cheat code. Cobra Car will be pretty hard to beat, regardless of who's on there. But yeah, I really like Little John because Little John is just a spearman. I feel like there's a lot of Little Johns out there in this world. Whoa! What the? So there's this entire map, and they're next door neighbors. Oh my god, are they close? Holy moly, dude. I mean, they might not even realize that, to be honest. But here's Jordan in the blue. Jordan up 2-0, feeling great, I'm sure. And playing great as well. He's playing as the Huns. And then in the yellow, we have Capoch. Capoch is playing as the Byzantines. Now, I feel as though Byzantines can counter Huns in so many ways. They have the skirmishers, which Jordan was able to use in the previous game, right? Elite Skirm and Pikemen is hard for Huns to deal with because Huns don't get champion. They have camels and they have knights. That can be tough for Huns. So Byzantines probably have more flexibility. Huns, though, I would say while their tech tree isn't that flexible and it's not great up against the Byzantines, the fact they don't have to build houses, the fact they don't get population spaced, the population capped is great for them. So they're normally able to outmaneuver and outproduce due to those bonuses. Stable working faster, cav archers being cheaper. Yes, skirmishers are good against cav archers, but cav archers are faster and can run away. And Jordan, both players could be having some problems depending on the pressure comes in, right? Jordan's berries, you'd say, wow, these are much better. But then the main golds is forward and there's a hill. Good news about this version of Cross is there's extra golds everywhere. They've got extra golds on the left side in stone. And then for Capoch, he's actually got his second and third gold. So 8 tiles of gold to the north. Doesn't really work like that. But if I had to choose a player's base here, I'd probably choose Capoch because of these golds. But, you know, we'll see. You got to play the game. I mean, oh, Jordan's going to call restart. I assume that's Jordan calling a restart. Okay, so we're actually going to have the same civs in a different map gen then. Capoch called his restart earlier. All right, so Jordan and Capoch have called the restart. Same map, same civs. Jordan didn't like what he could see there. Smart move. I mean, it definitely was not ideal for either player, so we'll just go back and restart this. Weird map gen. We'll have to take a look at that one. Like, as much as I love aggression, I feel like that's a little... What's the word I'm looking for? Words are hard. That was a little... No, not bad. I could think of the word bad. Excessive. Yes. Or out of character for Cross. There we go. Out of character. Something was a little off there. I felt it was even. I didn't feel like one map was worse than the other, but I didn't think either player's map was that great. So we pushed like 4 or 5 various updates to maps through the qualifier already. Just because there's some small things here or there. The biggest problem is consistency. Because you can have 100 map gens that look great, and then one map gen is off. If that one map gen is during the Hidden Cup 4 finals, then that sucks, right? So we don't want that. Why is repairing ships a common... Why repairing ships is common, though healing, which doesn't cost resources, is not? Both are equally time-consuming. 6 drunk monkeys. Healing is very common. Healing is incredibly common. People, such trolls, saying the score is 2-1 right now. It's not 2-1. It's not 2-1. I can tell who's a Capoch fan. Capoch fans, come on, try and hide it. Just try and hide it a little bit. That's so funny. Oh my god, it's not 2-1. We're restoring, people. We're restoring. Jeez, and now people are probably doing it just for the sake of it. You know, Dr. Banhammer, thanks for 10. But no, healing is pretty common. I've seen a few instances today where monks have been healing, so... I think when it comes to healing, it's a bit more situational, and you can afford to just sit there idle a bit more. Whereas with the ship thing on Bay, you can just get destroyed if you don't repair right away. So you're never going to send the monks out in the middle of a fight just to heal. How many people think it would be amazing if missionaries were made to the point where you could actually, like, it would be meta to send a missionary into a fight? I mean, it's not like Spanish are the best civ right now. If they could somehow be buffed to the point where that'd be useful, that'd be really cool. And then also potentially OP. But I don't know, maybe someone needs to dare to try it, man. Score is 2-0. Capoch needs to get a result. It will be Huns against Byzantines in the next game. Thank you, Cineful, for the year. Says I subbed last year just before Hidden Cup. Looking forward to this year's Hidden Cup. Thank you for so much entertainment. Thank you for distraction from the numbers, Cineful. But yeah, you're welcome, and thanks for coming back. Soki and Unicorn, appreciate it. They have not started the... Oh, they did start the next game. Okay, and it looks like we're a little bit behind. We'll launch in. Game number 3, Huns vs. Byzantines. So if it's a little fast at the start, I apologize. Hopefully the map gen looks a little better here. The last one was a bit obscene. And here we have it. Yeah, there we go. This is more like it. Players a bit further apart. A bit more distance between them. Also very open. And there will be no restarts. Players will have to play. Jordan, again in the blue, playing as the Huns. And then in the yellow, we have Capoch, and Capoch is playing as Byzantines. So since this is live, I already stated the strengths for the civilizations. So let's talk about the maps a little bit. Berries look exposed on their front for Capoch. Jordan, I think these hills could be problematic for him, though. I mean, the gold, I'd say, seems ideal. The berries, maybe not either. Actually, Jordan doesn't have any back wood lines, depending on where the attacks come in from. Technically, if he were to wall all across the front of his base and to the edges of the map, he would not have any real safe back wood line. Whereas Capoch has some wood lines on the back, so that could be useful. We'll see Capoch dock the north, I'm sure, and then Jordan will probably dock the south. Capoch used to go for this build order with a lot of trash units like skirmishers and spearmen. Does anyone remember him doing that in a tournament? I feel as though there was a tournament that he did that in, but maybe I'm wrong. Might have been a show match or something, and I know he was doing it with Lithuanians at one point. But it could end up working out, and whoa, Capoch coming forward to attack a Vil. He's trying to do too much here, Capoch. Trying to do too much. That's a big loss. Scout goes down to 15 HP. It does not get the Vil kill. Capoch realizes I'm down 2 games. I need to do everything I can do to try and get ahead. He could still try and block this if he wanted to, but Jordan's not even going to take that boar. Jordan is just going to place a dock here. Now, if this was a full HP scout, that villager would be dead. Or could die if the scout attacked. But since... Look at this. This is the difference. Jordan... He doesn't waste HP on a lumberjack villager because there's a risk there. Jordan delays the dock with a full HP scout, and now Capoch has to send 2. So everything's going wrong for Capoch right now because he's delayed on the dock and he's lost scout HP. Very good work from Jordan. Also good work from Capoch to end up getting the villager here. Jordan trying to hit the Vil. Not working. Making Capoch complete the palisade. Good work. And yeah, the boar is also over here. So if Jordan wanted to try and like block the boar villager, that would also be allowed. I've seen so many small little lamey things in this series. Like the starting scout matters so much. Really tell that both players taking this very seriously, as they should. But Jordan, I think, with the wiser decision making to make sure that he's going to make the scout count. And I think it might just be a confidence thing for Capoch right now because he's behind by 2 games. So he just wanted to go for something wacky. Took a risk with that earlier scout fight. Jordan is back. Jordan with a dock, Capoch with a dock. No massive differences except for the scouts. Both scouts being active. Jordan, he can see the map. He'll look for the berries now. He'll be happy to see the berries are far forward. Oh, actually, he won't see them. Jordan! Maybe trying to bait Capoch into a garrison there. So he'll assume the berries are here or here. Then Capoch, he sees pretty much everything he would want to see. He'll assume the berries are on this side. All right, feudal age on the way for Jordan. Jordan with the faster uptime. Jordan with a civ that can struggle against Byzantines. Look at this build. He's got food income with the fish. And so the way this build order works is you pretty much assume your fishing ships are going to be safe. Don't know if that will be the case, though, because here comes Capoch with a Vil. But yes, you keep your fishing ships safe, and then you put a lot of resources, a lot of villagers, excuse me, on wood, and a lot of villagers on gold. Now, let's watch Jordan scout. I think what he's going to do is try and scout this area, just to see what Capoch will do. And he might even send a fishing ship over here, just to make sure he'd get vision on it. He didn't see the Vil, but it's very common for the enemy to try and do this. So he's just going to double check. And maybe, 99 times out of 100, there's not going to be anything over here. But you always need to make sure that you scout it. This is just great game sense to know where to look. And if Jordan patrols here while he's trying to wall the right side so this doesn't happen, Jordan could spot this. Capoch is investing so much into making sure that this dock goes up Oh, no. Jordan was looking, but he came back this way. And if Capoch walls in the Ville, oh, Jordan doesn't see it. Jordan doesn't know it's there. Wow. Wait a second. Okay, if Jordan attacks the Palisade and Capoch doesn't react, the Ville could go down. Attack the Palisade. Capoch has to react. He does react. Great play all around there. That's so much fun to watch. Because both players did exactly what they needed to do. It was just Jordan was a little unfortunate and maybe should have stayed over here instead of going over to this area. So now, Byzantine fire ships, they work faster, and Byzantine docks have more HP. So, Jordan has to invest into defense. He is shifting over to this pond, though. Also, Capoch is walling like a madman. Is Capoch, is he friends with Fatsob? Does anyone know? Just curious. I mean, we haven't seen the stone walls yet. He is Byzantines, but maybe. I know, there's quite a few people out there who know Capoch. Are they friends? Do they hang out? Do they have some beers from time to time? I don't know. Well, Jordan just sent a spearman through here to be a pest. Obviously making jokes here, right? It's his strategy here is to win the ponds, and Jordan's going for scouts. So if he didn't have walls, he'd be in big trouble. Update over here. It's good in some ways, but awkward in others for Jordan to have left the scout here. Because he can't scout the other sides now. But it's not like he doesn't have more scouts. Capoch will just wall up. He has a Ville going to this side. Is Jordan checking that?
Impero, presto.
Capoch being sneaky? Ah!
Timo.
Jordan, wow. Jordan spots it. Okay, so we have that to look at. We have this to look at on water. That scout should go down if it stays there. Jordan moving back there. Also Jordan on this side making fishing ships. Capoch on this side making fishing ships. So they don't know about each other on that side. And Capoch walled in his villager! Capoch saved his villager! So much to look at, so much to do. How can they do it all? What a save. And now he can get a dock up, and Jordan needs to defend here too. I got an email from someone who said, hey, T90, I've been watching Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers a lot, and my wife always hears you in the background, and asked me if I'm going to be watching the fish and chips guy. And that was all the email said. He's like, thought that would be funny, that she thinks you say fish and chips, and that was all the email said. I don't even remember the person's name. It's fishing ships. Not the fish and chips guy, right? It's T90 official. Difference. So good defense from Jordan here, but he just lost so much in the south. And if Capoch makes a fire here, oh, Jordan's in big trouble. Jordan is in big trouble. He's going to lose fishing ships on this side too. And this dock is also going to attack his fishing ships potentially in the near future. Capoch has played this so well. This is also why I thought that Capoch would pick this as a second home map, because I think this is his best map. You could argue this is his best map out of all maps. Maybe this and something like Atacama I think he's performed on well. But yeah, Jordan's just getting surprised in every pond. Should lead to better economy for Capoch and then a better castle age. Jordan relying on farms, relying on berries, and mixing in some archers right now. And Capoch doesn't have any defense for archers just yet. The berries being outside the wall is really hurting him. And Jordan over here with his scout, Capoch walling up. The level's just insane between these two guys. But Capoch should be able to comfortably fish in this pond now. Capoch should be able to comfortably fish elsewhere. You know what's crazy, though, about Jordan's position? Feels like he's going to have the food to go castle. And also, if he's able to get his archers here, which he's abandoning right now. But I feel like there's potential for Jordan to somehow switch into farming eco and off of ponds. And maybe be able to just flood map control with cav archers and crossbows. Here he comes with 2 archers. He'll take that villager. 47 eco versus 40. Capoch having more fishing ships. You do eventually run out of fish on this version, though. So, something to remember. Over here, Jordan staying somewhat competitive. He's got a demo in there. Now, let's see if he can group up the enemy fires. 3 fires are grouped up and chasing. He's going to eject his own ship only if he feels as though these are clumped. This would be a moment to get a good demo in. And there it is. And that's a good demo for Jordan. Could have been better, but still fine, I'd say, as he will have more fires. Capoch also clicks up, and here are the archers for Jordan and the scouts. Archers do not have fletching yet for Jordan. Capoch with a stable behind here. I think Capoch wants to go for knights. But look at the amount that Jordan has on food. His eco balance and his switch off of pawns has honestly been amazing. And Jordan will probably go 3 archer ranges and then follow this up with cav archers. Jordan could definitely do this. Not seeing any skirms yet. And what do I always say about Huns and their cav archers? If you can get to Castle Age faster, you can have time to mass them. Jordan hasn't even completely walled his base. Meanwhile, Capoch is the Great Wall of China over here. But it still hasn't been able to wall in and protect his berries. He's just hoping that the fishing ships will do it for him. Cav archers also don't need food. You just need the food for the upgrades, which Jordan should have. What the? Capoch. You're crazy, man. Jordan sees that too. Capoch is making a stable in the back of Jordan's base. Will this go up? Knowing how Capoch's day has been going, it's not going to go up. It's just been one of those days for him. Oh, Jordan! Jordan! You only have 17 other things to be looking at this exact moment. How did you not react there? Obvious sarcasm, right? I mean, not sarcasm with 17 things. If anything, it's more than that. And Jordan just was so focused on other things. He wasn't able to stop that. Capoch could just stream knights into the golds. Would not be a bad play at all. And Capoch uses the villager to take out the scout and now is running away. I mean, the attention to details. Next lever here. All right. Crossbowman on the front. Capoch went into a tower on the gold. He's making knights. And this is such a risk. What? Like, wow. It's almost so gutsy that Jordan would never expect that. Look at that. I'm making a video which references the next lever thing, by the way. A lot of people think that I'm misspeaking there because they don't know the joke. If you're out of the loop, it was the start of a big day in Hidden Cup 3, and Dave was tired, and Dave said next lever by accident, so now we have a next lever emote. But yeah, Byzantine Knights. It's not ideal long-term, but it is going to be annoying, especially when you have all that food income if you're Capoch. Jordan dropping a TC here, losing a villager already. Jordan over here, attacking with just scouts. The crossbowmen aren't there yet, and the cav archers are coming. So Jordan, as the garrison here, he ended up losing 3 vills, and he's off of gold for now. Jordan, though, with the same amount of military, and some of the military numbers that Capoch have are on water. But Capoch is going to hit the wood line. Oh, he's going to hit both wood lines. Jordan. Great play from Capoch. Ballistics is in. And Jordan is really going to have to use his cav archers well here. He cannot be losing military numbers now because he's losing so many vills. Chain barding armor on the way. Capoch should realize his economy is stronger and he just needs to survive. Byzantines, a great defensive civ with the higher HP buildings. And Capoch has done well with the walls here. Jordan getting overwhelmed, losing another villager. Capoch forcing Jordan to chase. What a slick move this stable was. He would have never done that much damage on that gold if it wasn't for that. And Jordan calls the GG. We still have ourselves a series. Incredible game from Capoch. Game 2 was so close, and it changed with one moment. And this game right here, there was a lot of small moments that added up, and Capoch was getting the better of Jordan time and time again. But I think the initial moment which really mattered was down here. Because just like in Game 2, where Capoch and Jordan were both doing the same things, one player was slightly better than the other. Jordan knew that Capoch is known for sneaking docks. He knew the risk. He was scouting the area. He left the area. Competitive Age of Empires 2 can snowball on you just like that. It was this pond. It was then Capoch's quick wall on this pond. And then he ended up overwhelming Jordan on this pond. So it was a compilation of moments, I guess, but that was really sick play from Capoch. Gets the win against Huns. Jordan has 2 more chances to get 1 win to move on to the best of 7 decider next week. This is what I wanted to see from this series. And now we get to see what Jordan can do on one of his home maps. Finally, 28-12 KD. More food, more wood, more gold. Jordan just knew he couldn't compete. He couldn't break in with his Cav archers. He had lost too many vills. Some people might say that was an early GG, but I think if he plays on there, he's just destroyed. So, whew, look at that difference there. And you can even see it on the timeline. Yeah, Jordan was very far behind. All right, so Jordan fans may be sweating a little bit. Capoch fans, they're saying, that's my guy. That's what he can do. Let's talk civs, guys. If it's islands, I think that Jordan... What is Jordan going to do? Chad was saying Berbers earlier. Berbers do have faster ships. We could maybe see Berbers or Mongols. I don't think... The thing is, Berbers are also pretty good on Gold Rush. Hard decision to make here. I think he goes Mongols, actually, on islands. And then for Capoch, I think he saves Mayans and Britons in case it goes to Game 5. And he probably picks Koreans on islands. Which, I mean, he did lose with Koreans before against Nili in round 1. But Nili had Italians, and Italians are a disgusting water civilization. So I think Capoch probably realized that his Italians were going to be sniped after the draft. Because you always eliminate one civ. And they quickly picked Koreans so he would have a half-decent water civ just in case that happened. So he called that correctly. The red maps in the middle are the banned maps. So the way the maps are picked is you go pick, pick, ban, ban, pick, pick. So Jordan didn't want to play hideout, and Capoch did not want to play slopes. They're playing Gold Rush. They're not playing islands. And it will be Britons against Tatars. All right. So islands will be saved for the potential Game 5 decider. We have 50 seconds. And we'll have some Gold Rush action. Fascinating stuff. Now, that was Jordan's choice. After losing a game, you then get to choose which home map you want the next game to be played on. 40 seconds, Tatars versus Britons. I think last Hidden Cup, I would have said Britons were way better here. What do you guys think about this matchup now? I might prefer Britons, but only slightly. Whereas in the past, I would have preferred Britons way more. Like, both players have a sheep bonus. With Tatars, your food lasts a bit longer. With Briton sheep bonus, you just eat the food faster. Both have ranged unit bonuses. Tatars getting Thumb Ring for free, and also doing more damage when fighting on top of hills in general. But Britons have, like, the 8-range crossbows, which is what you really have to worry about. To all the subs out there, and there's been many today, thank you. You might want to get your woo-woo-woos prepared. It's very possible we could see a Wolf Rush here. I actually asked Krazini to update the map so there were no more lions, and it was only wolves. We had a good laugh about that. Game, come on, start. We had a good laugh about that. I was like, we can't really woo-woo-woo if it's a lion. I don't know how to do that. Can we switch that? He's like, yeah, sure, we can do that. Okay. Krazini doesn't sound anything like that, but we had made the change. So Capoch in the yellow. Capoch is playing Britons. If Capoch loses this, then he is not competing in Hidden Cup 4. He's not competing in the qualifier any longer. Winning here will give him a big shot to win the next game. And then Jordan, it's been a close series, but he was slightly better in Game 1, slightly better in Game 2. And Capoch was slightly better than him in Game 3. It's been close, but I'm sure he'll like the fact that he's looking at the scoreline being 2-1 for him right now. On Gold Rush, you've got 7 tiles of gold to work with near your base. Jordan's 4 tiles pretty far forward here. And then these 3 tiles, this is so easy to wall in, right? Imagine a wall here, imagine a wall here. Jordan suddenly has a safe stone and a safe gold. Capoch, I think in some ways, at least all the gold is a little bit safer. And this massive wood line really helping out if he wants to form an arena for himself with some walls. And so I think, considering both civilizations are their strongest in Castle Age, I think it would make sense to go for Fast Castle if you could. It might require some walling, and we might also see a barracks. I was thinking Drush. You could go through the middle of the map without running into wolves. But you also could make one militia, round up all the wolves, and just send it to the enemy base. So, we'll see what happens here. I would probably prefer Britons when it comes to how quickly they're able to snowball with their massive crossbows in Castle Age. But you could argue that Tatars are the better economic civ when it comes to getting to Castle Age with a clean eco. And Jordan running forward. Both players have done this in almost every game, and Jordan's going to steal a goat. Kind of funny to take 100 food away from Tatars, because really that's 150 with the goat. And then, of course, that'll be fast food for Jordan. That's like the McDonald's drive-thru right there with Britons. That food just disappears. Without the regret afterwards, which is really nice. I would prefer Britain sheep over a Big Mac right now. That said, I had buffalo chicken dip for lunch, so... I woke up and ate nothing. I drank coffee and water. I've been streaming since 7:45 a.m. And then about 5 hours into my day, I had buffalo chicken dip. So, I'm not I'm not someone you want to look to for health advice. Let's just put it that way. Jordan is Tatars. Oh, yeah, I got it backwards. My bad. Jordan is Tatars. Capoch is Britons. So there's the barracks that we expected. I'm just wondering if he's going to make 3 militia or if he's going to make 1. Wolf Rush is kind of fun to see. Now, if you were to look at a couple map generations of this version, it's pretty easy to tell that there's never wolves in the middle area. Like right in front of the player base, you're not going to have wolves. You do have to scout it a little bit, but we have it on the sides. So it's just something to keep in mind. Both players making a barracks right now. And did you notice that Jordan had an opportunity to try and steal the elephant, but he didn't? I think he knew that that would be risky. And there's always a risk associated with losing your scout HP and potentially your scout. So he wants to be in more control of the game. If there's one thing that you could take from Jordan and learn, it's the fact that he scouts really well. He would prefer to leave these back here instead of push them, as long as he knows what the enemy's going to do. Which I think is a great way to learn the game, and some players can get away with that greed. Capoch may be one of them at times. But yeah, anyways, 3 militia. Jordan knows that that's going to be the case. He spotted that barracks was going up. He's going to run in and check now. And then Jordan... Actually, let's check Capoch. Capoch also knows. Man, the level's so high. But did they scout that the wolves are here? If I'm Jordan, I try and lure the militia in towards the wolves. And Capoch, he might run into one of them. Yeah, that's a good play from Jordan. Capoch is thinking, well, if I go this way, that's where Jordan's scout is. And now he has to deal with a wolf. Come on, Jordan, keep doing it. Capoch, you scouted this. You scouted this area. Yeah, avoid the wolves. There you go. Jordan has his militia around. Capoch just looping around the wolves and is heading towards Jordan's base. Did Jordan scout this region? Jordan actually didn't scout this either. It's always on these areas, but it's hard to remember. And Jordan's just trying to chase down Capoch. Playing very safe right now, Jordan. Could try and go offensive, but Capoch is a waller boy. Capoch is already fully walled, so this is a good call for Jordan. What's interesting is how Jordan's villagers have been collecting resources most of the time. He hasn't gone for full walls. But I think it's always feels a little bit better to be able to full wall like this, right? Maybe Capoch will even delete some walls and go out there and get the deer when he sees that Jordan has come home. Jordan doesn't know where he is. Look, Jordan's here. And here comes the Drush. Jordan has to quick wall. And Capoch is going to block it. This is a big moment for the Argentinian. Because the villager's going to get stuck there. Oh, how many are stuck in there? Oh, my goodness. One's down. Well, fortunately, the militia are on the way. That could be 2 down. Oh, goodness, Jordan. That is horrible for him. Oh, man. Just after I was saying how he always tracks the enemy armies and is in control, he gets jinxed by the caster, loses 2 vills. Capoch is going to be loving life and loving his chances to maybe make it to game number 5 here. Now, what I'm not loving is the fact that he's got an awful eco balance at home. Like, he does not have the food to go up right now. He doesn't have enough on berries. He's got 3 on berries. He's got 15 on wood. What on earth? This eco balance is not going to give him a good fast castle time. So he has to sort that out. Whereas Jordan, being Tatars, at least he has extra food on the goats. And Jordan might realistically be able to go to Castle Age faster still. John FC3 says, yo, I love your YouTube. Hello, John. Welcome. Thanks for being a part of this today. Jordan on the way to Feudal Age. Look at Capoch's eco, man. He's got too much on wood. And I think, and I might be being overly critical here, but that's kind of my job, right? This is high-level Age of Empires. It's always going to be cutthroat. I think other players would have gone out here to collect the ostrich and the zebra since they knew Jordan's Drush was at home. Now you can't do it, but I'm curious to see what this uptime is going to be like because I think Capoch is ruining a beautiful position for himself. Killing 2 villagers like that should give you a lead if you're doing a similar thing. And maybe it's just the fact that Capoch didn't account for the fact he was going to go through the sheep so fast with Britons. We'll see. All right. So Capoch on his way up right now. 2 minutes away from the Feudal Age, whereas for Jordan, he's 30 seconds away from Feudal Age. Not perfect, but he's going to end up being okay here. Capoch being annoying with the militia. Look at this. 1 HP. Gonna attack you. Just kidding. Hey, bro, I'm gonna attack you. Just kidding. Gonna attack you. Nope. 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 Not gonna do it. Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, no, I'm not. This is... Every second counts. Every second counts here. Just a prank, bro. Just a prank. Is Capoch gonna make it to Feudal Age with the resources to go Castle Age? I think he can pull it off. But it's just not ideal. What's the militia doing? Oh, the militia could kill the zebra and the ostrich.
Ready.
I'm surprised Capoch didn't already do that then. Like, look how Jordan isn't hesitating to do that. It's such a simple thing. Capoch could have done that for minutes. Now, of course, he doesn't want to leave his base. Jordan on the way to Castle Age. Capoch arrives to Feudal Age. He's going to add his range. He's going to add his blacksmith. But he's going to be later to Castle Age after the better Drush. So his economy behind the Drush, which is poorer than Jordan's, and maybe the bonuses end up giving the edge to Tatars.
Yay.
Militia is still over here for those wondering. His name is, we're going to say his name is, Frank. She's just looking for a date, man. She's lonely. She's lonely. She's been in quarantine. Come on. Just take her out.
Mandatum.
Damn, you're such a jerk. All right. Actually, this should be Little John. Little John is one of the heroes in Hidden Cup Ford. This is Little John here. Let's see. Little John is going to see what the enemy's up to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mandatum.
Well, in round 1, do not root for Little John, apparently. Capoch is on the way. Capoch has the Vil lead, but Capoch is a full minute behind at Castle Age.
Yay.
Poor Little John just got doinked there. Let's pay respects in chat. The usual. Jordan will be looking to do... Ooh. Okay, so this is a macro approach from Jordan. I think he's going to go for a second TC to try and catch up after falling behind economically. And I think he's going to go for elite skirm, too. This is not going to be crossbowmen and cav archers. Here, the archers from Capoch will take out the militia. But what's interesting about this is it's honestly probably Jordan's best way to come back from that deficit. And also, Capoch does not have a scout or a militia to see what's going on at Jordan's base. So he's probably going to assume that Jordan's going for a lot of archers. But that's not the case. Fishcakes 1998 says, hi T90, I'm new. Hello, Fishcakes. Donker Vort donated $6 and says, hey man, YouTube watcher here. Thanks for your dedication, positivity, and enthusiasm. I really enjoy your content. Keep it up. Much love from the Netherlands. Well, thank you. Well, welcome to the stream. There's a lot of people here from the Netherlands. It might not be as well represented today, because I think all the Argentinians and the Germans are here rooting everyone on, and I get that. But second TC for Jordan over here. There's so many people who watch this game from the Netherlands. Disproportional to their population. It's just so many people. And I don't mean to call them out, but there's also not many that play at a high level. There's a few, but apparently I haven't been teaching the viewers anything. I'm just kidding. You have Angelina Jolie.
Ready.
You've got Praise. You've got a few big names out there. Listen, you guys are all very nice, all right? Hanks is more than in the USA. You don't have more than in the USA, but we have a much larger population, so I think I just set myself up to be burned there, all right? We deserve that. We deserve that hate. Laugh, and let's just switch the topic, because I don't like it when the jokes are directed at me. All right, so Jordan going forward with the skirmishers, and now getting a little surprised, I'm sure, by the crossbowmen. And this is going to be a very long, intense game. Capoch, I think, debating on building a TC in the middle. Now, you could TC here, and Jordan could TC here at the same time. That's what this Hidden Cup 4 Gold Rush will do. Jordan did receive some sheep with the new town center. That's a Tatar bonus. So, economically, it feels like it's going to be okay. And also has elite skirms that will have full armor and also full attack here in a moment. Jordan with 2 quick kills. Also very attentive with the scout. Jordan should get another another kill there. Capoch, I think he'll regret giving Jordan time to go for elite skirm. And it comes back to the build order, right? Because elite skirm takes, I think, twice as long to research and twice as many upgrades to really get value out of. And the upgrades are more expensive, too. Elite skirm is so much more expensive than crossbow. And look at this. Jordan and his skirmishers. Is this a new trend? Because I remember game 2 very well. Capoch is probably going to contact the devs after this series and say, please delete elite skirm. Thank you. Oh my god. No ballistics. He's just grouping up his units perfectly and getting excellent volleys in to get control. Right. Now, Jordan, 40 villagers. Capoch with 50. But Jordan, he has horse collar for his farms. He seems to be better off when it comes to food eco, which is very important if you ever want to switch into something like knights here. You will see the siege workshop going up for Capoch. Will it go up?
Yay.
It will go up. It won't go up.
Clayton?
It will. It won't. It definitely will. It definitely won't. It will. Okay. Siege workshop goes up. Now Mangonel's on the way for Capoch. But messy and not a very fun time for Capoch currently. Meanwhile, 3 TCs for Jordan. So he's taking the gold and all the resources at home right now. He has not yet tried to expand to the middle. Crossbowman force coming in on the right, though. That's a little sneaky. But the thing about skirms is, while they're great against crossbows, they're very weak against siege. So it's a good reaction from Capoch. And also a good move from him to try and catch Jordan out. Does Jordan think this is walled? Oh, Jordan didn't know that there was a hole there. Capoch could get so many Vil picks. Jordan almost needs to delete the house. Yeah. Run in. He does not have time to loop around like this. He just has to minimize damage.
Hey.
Capoch with the 10 Vil lead, and he must be distracted. Jordan trying to build a palisade gate of all things. I mean, in the end, he wanted to buy time, and he did buy time, but no ballistics means that Jordan's going to miss a lot here. Meanwhile, the Mangonel is coming over, so a lot for Jordan to deal with right now. Crazy amounts of idle time for him. Over here, Jordan, attack round from Capoch! Get rid of the skirms. Get them out of my sight, says Capoch. What a play, man. And Capoch is still microing over here. Wow, that was great. To go for the attack round there while also doing everything else is impressive. And now the skirms are trapped back here. Jordan should just go in the corner and think about what he's done. They deserve a timeout. But yeah, these 3 skirms should take out the crossbows. It's just nice to annoy Jordan and delay him like that. It's not the end of the world, though, for him. But now Capoch is just going to run and run and run and run. If he can get another Vil or 2, he'll be very happy with things. And, oh, God, Jordan's in big trouble. Jordan's in massive trouble. He sent cav archers to the hill. He does not realize this is happening. Now he realizes, but he reacts way too late. I'm not even sure a cav archer switch would work here. Mangonels and crossbows controlling the center gold. Crossbowmen back here we're taken care of, but for Jordan, he does not have the control he needs. This is as Capoch has the stone for an eventual castle. I know the Capoch fans were saying 2-2 as a bit of a joke because of that one restart earlier. Might happen. Jordan is behind in eco. So I like his eco upgrades and I like his farm count, and anything can happen with that. He's still behind in eco. He is behind in center control on Gold Rush. My goodness. Dude, in like, if it's game 5 islands, island games can go on for so long and be so scrappy. What a map for the big conclusion if we get there. Here's Jordan going for some type of a counter. Unfortunately, the Wolves are counting on getting some kills. I mean, that could work. I don't expect it to do a lot. Jordan has to defend his town center right now. And I mean, he's done it before, right? He's used skirms and mangonels to get himself out of trouble against mangonels and crossbows before. Can he do it again here? Capoch may be distracted. Capoch loses one. Getting some deja vu here. Capoch. Oh, he doesn't know about that just yet. Jordan going out for a second shot. Capoch! Oh boy, look at the trap. Jordan looping the skirms around. We've been here before in this series. Capoch has enough stone for a castle. He's going to drop the castle in the very middle of the map. Jordan's town center is dangerously low to going down. And if he goes down, I mean, Capoch could just kill everything. Jordan needs to engage. There are the skirms. Capoch has 8 range on the crossbows, so he could actually use the crossbows to spot the mangonels from Jordan, and he continues to do that. Jordan out of resources to repair the TC. Jordan not repairing the TC with everything. In the middle, he's getting some kills. But at home, Jordan's just lost his town center. Now, Capoch, I don't think you need to do this. I don't think you need to take any massive risks, but he's got the guts. He takes out a mangonel. He'll take out some skirms. What a player. What an insane series between these two. If you're just getting here, Jordan, who loses more skirmishers on both sides, was up 2-0. Capoch brought it back in the previous game, and right now, I'd say he's ahead. Castle is up in the middle. Capoch just needs to get food eco. Like, the fact he doesn't have horse collar is a real worrying sign. Because I don't think he's ever going to get the food to go imp. And it is possible for Jordan to take a good fight and then maybe take some of the gold in the sides and drop some castles there. And oh my god, Jordan! Jordan deletes the mangonel so he can get maximum damage in on the crossbows. The problem is, listen, we get excited. The problem is, there's still a lot of crossbows here. He still needs another mangonel. The other one's at 70%. He's using skirms against Capoch's mangonel as the crossbows come in. And, oh! So you're saying there's a chance? Jordan's still behind by 20 pop? But apparently you just can't use crossbow mangonel against Jordan effectively. That's really good value for Jordan. Let's put it that way. Still doesn't have the middle. He's actually getting raided on this side. The presence of mind to switch the sides while everything else is going on is sick from Capoch, who might end up getting trapped in here. 98 vills for Capoch after this raid. Jordan hasn't reacted to it. The Wolves, again, reacting faster than poor Jordan. And Jordan calls it anyways. Ladies and gents, we're going to a game 5. And I kind of get it. At this point, you need control of the middle. Jordan doesn't have any chance of getting to the middle. And Capoch has brought it back. It will all come down to islands. Whew. I told you this would be a heartbreaker. Now my heart's going to break even more for whoever loses the next game. I think Jordan goes into it having the slight edge. And I say that because of the civilization he has available and the fact it's his home map. But anything can happen next. Wow. Here, let me go through this game This is just round 2 in the Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers. Winner will face the Max in a best of 7 next week. Arguably an even tougher task for both of them, whoever moves on. But there's the KD for Capoch. He lost a lot of crossbows there, but Jordan, those desperation moves for him. Capoch with more wood, more stone, and more gold control. Gold control is normally what Gold Rush can come down to. So was it the passive approach from Jordan that was going to bring him back economically, or maybe was that the wrong logic? Remember when I talked about the second TC and how that might be a way to come back economically after you lose Vils? Maybe that's not the play. Maybe you just accept you'll be behind an economy and you try and push with 2 or 3 ranges. It's tough, man. Look at that scouting. Auto scout OP. Let's get some autos in chat and full control for Capoch. It will be on islands to decide it all. Whoever loses leaves the qualifier with $100 in their pocket. Doesn't sound too great compared to an additional $100 in your pocket and a chance to face up against the Max to make it to a $60,000 tournament. Wow, it's sick. Okay, so for the maps, or sorry, for the civs, Jordan has Mongols and Berbers. And Capoch has Koreans and Mayans. Can you go Mayans on water? It has to be Koreans, right? Mayans on water would feel so weird. I also wonder if Capoch has the confidence to play the full-on water meta. Does he or does he not? I know Jordan was there, but then again, Jordan, it's new water meta. I remember the old Jordan. Either way, I'm sure both players will be prepared. People really want to see turtle ships. I would love to see some turtle ships. Fiverr, thank you again for gifting subs. Drew, thank you for the 10 gifted. Z, thank you for the 5 gifted. Overlay guy, this is not the overlay guy, actually, but overlay guy 105 with 7 months said, ghosted your stream since January? What is this resub? To watch every single second of Red Bull Wololo Spoiler 3. Oh, I see. He said, finish just in time for Hidden Cup 4. Let's go, Jordan. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, just to avoid spoilers. Well, welcome back. Jabroni, thanks for the 11. I've seen you hanging around recently. We have one more set after this between Hart and Rubenstock. A freaking TC dropper, man. Great games. Again, $1 for every sub, whether it's gifted, prime sub, or paid, whatever, goes to the total prize pool of Hidden Cup 4, which is in a few weeks. But this qualifier has been great so far. So I was looking to find the live game, and I searched for Jordan. There's a low elo legend named Real Jordan. Not fake. It says Real Jordan. I wonder if Jordan is maybe taking a break to play some ranked games. Okay. It's the real one. Not the fake one. Maybe that's what Jordan's been doing the last 2 games. That's why he's lost. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The games have, of course, been good. Good opportunity to make a joke, and I took it. So, Alan Rogers, thanks for the 5. Who wins Game 5, chat? Jordan or Capoch? Say a name for me. I know Jordan's lost the last 2. I feel as though his civs... I actually don't even know what civ he's going for. What am I even talking about? It's Koreans! Koreans versus Berbers! Which civ is better on water? Honestly, you could argue Koreans are the better water civ because of the discount that they have. But then you could make arguments that Berbers could do a lot with their aggression and the speed. Apologies for the pause there. We are into the live game. This is for all the marbles. Now, I was not planning on uploading round 2 of the Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers to YouTube. This set will go to YouTube just like that set yesterday between Velez and Classic Pro, which if you haven't seen it, arguably a better series than this. And I know a lot of people who are not watching this, who are watching this right now, were not there to see that set. So that was unbelievable. But some of the sets from round 2 are going to go on YouTube. The full best of 7 deciders will go on YouTube. And a lot more information to come, excuse me. The players in the main event are going to be playing on accounts that we give them, named after heroes. We have one, which is a Cobra car, not a hero per se. But we've got plenty of them, and there will also be opportunities for you guys to vote for which hero accounts you want to see. There's 15 names that we have, and the 16th you guys will vote for. But Capoch playing as the Koreans, a civ that is definitely better today than it would have been last year. Now, some of their units are discounted when it comes to wood costs. So that would apply to their archers, their halberdiers, and their navy. Koreans have insane post-imperial navy. Galleons and turtle ships. Not a lot can kill that. Now, chat, I'm going to need you to help me when it comes to the tech tree. What do you think about, or not what do you think, but can you tell me anything that's noteworthy about the civs on water? I'm fairly certain that Berbers get fast fire, but I'm not sure, so we need to check that. I know Koreans don't get fires at all. I'm not sure if in late game Berbers get shipwright or not. So Koreans... Oh, Koreans don't get dems. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so yes, Berbers have the movement speed, but let's talk late game techs. Berbers don't get shipwright and Koreans do. That could be very important. And that means it's cheaper to make ships in the late game. Turtle ships are cool and all. So is bringing in your boar underneath your TC, Capoch. Okay, so the only thing Berbers lack is shipwright, basically. So they've got options. Also, it's impossible for me to count the trees right now. But I know it looks, because of this big clump of wood, like Jordan might have more wood. But the way we've scripted the maps, again, this is coming from all my scripters and the testing we've done. And it's only possible on DE, I believe. Players actually have the same amount of wood on each island. So it's a little deceiving. I actually thought about it as well. But after I looked through, looks like Capoch has a few more wood lines. And the wood amount should be the same, just in case it goes very, very late. I noticed that Capoch hasn't really been pushing in his deer. It's certainly doable for him to push in his deer and get some food so he can compete with a fast feudal. That's normally the race, especially with both players front docking. Fast feudal into fire galleys, into galleys eventually, and into what will probably be a very long game because the players will not want to call it quits. And it's easy to drag games out on islands. Jordan returned to the scene. This is what he lives for. He lives for that competition. He wants to be one of the best, and it's the same with Capoch. And in Jordan's case, like, he was just gone from competitive gaming in general over his many years of being gone. And then for Capoch, he was playing other games at a high level, which is pretty freaking cool still to hear that someone would return to the game despite there being other esports out there. And he's right back up near the top, man. Incredible talent. Link, thank you for the 5 subs. Guys, I'm going to try something. I don't do this frequently on my streams, and you might see it all over Twitch. And I don't do it because I feel weird doing it, but also it never really works, all right? So this is going to be cringy, and you guys can just say ew or frown. But I just need to try it just to see what happens, all right? Have you ever heard of Twitch Prime? Okay, I told you it was going to be cringy, so you can't even complain about it. Just see if anything happens. I just want to be one of those streamers that can say that and have something happen. Nothing's happening. This is embarrassing. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging me out to dry. There we go. Aggro Paul. Whoa, oh, we got a few. Yes. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for saving my reputation. Oof. Thanks, chat. All right. Maybe if I came up with a better way to say that. That's not going to happen. Jordan will be slightly faster to the feudal age. There we go. There's some primes. Thank you, everyone. Massive support today. And Capoch will make a second lumber camp. He'll have the same amount on gold as Jordan. Oh my god, wait, Jordan's going to transport. Jordan, avoid this island. Do not go there. Okay, Jordan with good transport micro. Jordan's transporting. This is not the norm. And is he waiting for his scout? Now he is. Now Capoch is going to send his villager to the right here to dock. The assumption is that the enemy is going to try and win water here. So he has pretty decent vision over this area, which is unfortunate for Jordan. Okay, where were your eyeballs, Capoch? Where were you looking? Because I sure wouldn't notice that. But would you notice the blue on blue there? Jordan transporting around. I've not seen any reaction from Capoch's scout. I don't think he knows. Jordan still is going to make some on water. This comes down to recognition from Capoch. If you start winning water and you realize the opponent only has one dock, you should know that something's happening. And oh my goodness, what a play this would be. Look at all the food for Jordan. He made the barracks at home, which was sneaky. He's making the stable forward. He should not show himself. And Capoch's scout is just... I assume he has it on patrol. I think he had it here and he patrolled it along the front just in case there's a transport. He's not expecting there to be anything on the back side. And he's going full on water control right now. Wow. What a moment, guys. Jordan, just be patient here. Just be patient. Don't go in with 2. Wait till you've got 4. Do not show him. Now, he doesn't really know where Capoch is or what he has. Now, this is Capoch's point of view. No, it's not. This is Capoch's point of view. Now, he sees it. Okay, he noticed it, and he house-walled, and now Jordan's going to try and place a tower there. Capoch really has to change his game plan now. He has to quick wall like crazy, but if he walls in his villagers here, he doesn't have loom. He doesn't have loom! The villagers are not loomed! The villagers will go down so quickly here. He has to remember to get loom. The pressure is on. Houses, houses, houses. I want to live there. I want to live there. I want to live there. Oh, more houses. More expansion. More houses. And it fails with that house. The pressure is getting to Capoch. Capoch forgot the loom upgrade. And normally you skip that if you're going to win water because you figured my villagers aren't going to be in harm's way. But you have to realize Capoch. And the pressure's getting to him. So many villagers going down. Meanwhile, Jordan still has fishing ships. Look at the eco killed and the eco lost. Capoch, I think, just lost the series. And I say it like that, but really excellent, excellent strategy from Jordan and a risk worth taking here. We mentioned Berbers in late game on water might be problematic. And Jordan said, well, it won't get to late game, so that's not a problem. At what point does Capoch realize he doesn't have loom, though? Okay, now he's getting loom. A little too late, possibly. I mean, he's done a fine job at saving what villagers are here, but... Oh, my word, man. Jordan's tower is up, and he's just going to casually mine stone here. More scouts on the way. Capoch is probably frustrated, and he knows the stakes. He knows that after losing that many villagers, it's probably the game. The thing is, now Jordan is switching down to fire galleys, and Capoch never was able to find Jordan's fish. And so, fire galleys are great against galleys. And Jordan could honestly just lead this into winning water now. It's an excellent build from Jordan. And I'm, of course, really excited for the main event of Hidden Cup for a variety of factors. But I think that this is going to be something we see a bit more of in the main event. There's been multiple players in the qualifier just landing, getting ahead on land, and then switching onto water. And while I appreciate the water v water fights and do enjoy that, I think Islands is so much more complex and so much more entertaining when landings have a place. And the devs many years ago made it possible to make the docks in the Dark Age. Of course they made the docks in the Dark Age. The transports, excuse me, in the Dark Age. And since you can do that, you can arrive to the opponent's base in Feudal. And now you can't really sail away from Berber ships because Berber ships are so fast. This is a great strat. Look how much more damage the fires are able to do there. Just because they can catch up to the ships. You can't hit and run. Tower for Capoch. Guys, I expect him to play because he knows the stakes here. I don't expect it to be good from him. There's not a lot he can really do from here. Losing more villagers. Jordan sending... He kept that open with his scout. Sending some ranged units in. Jordan's villagers will always be on Capoch's island. What a series. What a player, Capoch. But can't take his berries for food. He will probably soon lose his fishing ships. Jordan, he's got farming eco. He's got everything he wants at home. I mean, at least Capoch has houses. He's not going to get pop capped in this game, that's for sure. Jordan could use some of those, and fortunately, just too many places to look. Not enough houses. Capoch will lose another villager. That is eco loss number 13. Jordan has lost 0. Do you remember that game where Jordan was trying to scout his pond in the back on cross, and he was just a little bit late to that? Similar thing here, where scouting ends up being huge, and Capoch was just lacking with the scouting, and there was a massive reward for the attempt, right? I think it's a sports saying where you make your own luck. Landing, you kind of make your own luck, and you just hope that the opposition won't deny it. But Jordan's build order to go for the landing, but then it seems like a calculated switch back from the water was sick. Certainly helped by the fact that he'd done so much damage. This is a perfect tower spot, denying the berries and the wood line. This tower will go up. Capoch almost has to attack it, and might even take it down. But look at Jordan's resources. Jordan just everywhere right now. Don't see... Like, Capoch is... he's treading water, but he's still going to end up drowning. You know, there's just... It doesn't feel like there's any possible escape from this. Look at Jordan's play to repair this tower. Look how annoying that is. The scouts are about to break through as well. What on earth can Capoch do? Trying to make a few galleys. This is twice now in this tournament where he's lost on islands with Koreans. Islands clearly not his strong suit. Maybe just playing with Koreans not the best civ. And it was in a different way when he lost to Nilly in round 1. And I'm sure Nilly and Jordan had some conversations about the weaknesses that they thought were there. And I feel bad for Capoch because he's playing on realizing he's probably dead. You know, you just watch a guy struggle as his tournament life, his qualifier life is definitely over. And I'm not seeing anything. If he had a counter transport maybe, and I don't know, started tower rushing Jordan, I think there was a chance here. But nah, this is too messy. Jordan's got him completely surrounded. Do you guys understand why Jordan picked islands as his first home map now? It makes sense. Now, he didn't do this back in the day. Transporting meta wasn't a thing when he was at the top back in 2012, 2013, but I'm beginning to understand why he picked this map, possibly. How many players have gone landings? We had, like, 6 players in round 1 and round 2 go landings on islands. Pretty sick. Jordan on the way up. He, of course, has this stable. We'll probably make another one. I would just go full on knights in the next stage. Capoch has 1 on food. He's probably tilted or frustrated or just sad. Or maybe everything. But Capoch will have to call the GG when Jordan hits castle. If he doesn't call it before. He doesn't know that Jordan has good eco. He can assume so, but he doesn't see it. Seeing Jordan in Castle Age will tell him that this game is over. Capoch is going to have to wait for the next Hidden Cup to compete and continue to grind for any upcoming tournaments. There's a stable for Jordan. Capoch with 4 on food. Just a few lonely farmers. Even needed to remake a... Oh, no, that was his initial mill. Yeah, okay. He didn't even have a mill on the berries. You know what's crazy about these landing strategies I'm seeing work, though? It feels as though the strategies are... Even if they're spotted, they're still really hard to spot. Like, in this case, Capoch didn't see it, which made it so much worse. But it's really, really difficult to deal with, even if you see him show up. Because you really can't stop the transport at all. Capoch still trying to play here. Jordan hits the Castle Age. Capoch has a tower. Someone in chat just said, I'm trying to fill the silence before not Huang's death. I saw Forward Siege Workshop, and my mind immediately went Huang. Sorry, what I meant to say was someone said, I'm filling the silence before Capoch's death. And that's pretty much the case here. Capoch is going to try and buy his way to the next stage and hope that maybe Jordan could have the biggest throw of his life here. Jordan's not going to throw this game. 19 villagers killed in this game by Jordan. And he lost 3 fishing ships, which is the 3 there. And Capoch taps out. I'm sure he said GG and good luck next. Because next, I think the task is even more difficult for Jordan. Jordan has to beat TheMax to get into Hidden Cup 4. What a series. Salutes all around. Respect all around. Capoch fought back to make it to the final game. He just couldn't get the result he wanted. For Jordan, I honestly feel as though he'll learn some lessons from this game. Like, there was some, like, how he played cross. I think he's got to improve there. I think he can look at even some of his wins and say that he could have performed better. But the practice is going to have to pay off over the next week because TheMax is an experienced player. He's been a part of pretty much every big tournament over the last few years. He is especially good in Hidden Cups. And Max will want to make it back. Remember, Hidden Cup 2 finalist with some crazy strats back then. So, yeah, congratulations to Jordan. Capoch, we'll see you next time. We have one more set today, everyone. It feels like that was the big finale, but it's really not. For a lot of people, it was the set they wanted to see today. But Jordan is not the only player who's going to try and make it back to the high level of Age of Empires. Hart is another one. Hart is the 6th seed from Peru. And Hart, formerly teammates, formerly on Team Aftermath, or maybe still on Team Aftermath. I don't understand that whole situation, but well known to be playing with Hera and Leary and MBL and Nikov for years. He's going to be coming up next against Rubenstock, a name who strategically is very exciting because he tends to go for wacky strategies, but I think we all know that he's not quite as fast. So will the speed prevail? Will Hart be able to make it to a decider against Barles next week? Or will Rubenstock surprise everyone and deliver? We'll see that next. I honestly could spend more time talking about this set right here. I could spend another 10 minutes. I could interview Jordan. I could interview Capoch. But this is just round 2. If you want interviews, show up to the final round next weekend. There'll be plenty of time for interviews. All right, guys.